Madara Uchiha, the ghost of the Uchiha. In the long and blood-stained history of the shinobi world, few names echo with such fear, reverence, and tragedy as Madara Uchiha. He was more than a warrior, more than a leader, he was a visionary, born in an age where peace was only a dream, and war was the only reality. To his enemies, he was a demon, to his clan, a god, and to history, a ghost that would never rest. This is the story of Madara Uchiha, the man who sought peace through power, and in doing so became the storm he tried to end. Long before the hidden villages, before the Hokage, there were only clans. Mercenaries of blood and vengeance, hired to fight wars that never truly ended. Among them stood the Uchiha clan, wielders of the Sharingan, cursed with eyes that see too much. And within that clan, a boy was born with eyes destined to see the world suffering deeper than anyone else. His name was Madara. From a young age, he and his brothers fought to survive in endless wars between the Uchiha and the Senju. Each battle took something from him, a brother, a friend, a piece of his soul. But in that hell, Madara met someone who would change everything. A boy from the enemy clan, Hashirama Senju. They were children of war, yet dreamers of peace. Hashirama and Madara shared a vision of a world where children wouldn't die before they became men. They skipped stones by the river and spoke of unity, of building a village where clans would no longer fight. But fate was cruel. When their true identities were revealed, Uchiha and Senju, that friendship shattered. Madara's brothers were slain, his trust broken. And though those two would meet again, their bond had already turned into something else. A rivalry destined to shape the course of history. Years of bloodshed finally gave way to an uneasy peace. The Uchiha and the Senju formed a truce. From their unity rose the first great village, Konohagakure. Hashirama became the first Hokage, the face of peace, and Madara, once his closest friend, became the village's guardian shadow. But in that shadow, resentment grew. Madara saw what others could not. He felt the Uchiha being watched, distrusted, cornered. The peace he built was an illusion. Hashirama's dream had triumphed, but Madara's faith had died. When he spoke out, none listened, not even his clan. So Madara left the village he helped create, branded a traitor by the people he once sought to protect. Madara would not accept defeat. In secret, he sought greater power, unearthing the forbidden secrets of the Sharingan and awakening the eternal Mangekyo. He even stole the power of the first Hokage, grafting Hashirama's cells into his own body, and from that union, the Rinnegan was born. He returned to wage war one final time, Madara versus Hashirama, the battle that shook the earth itself. At the Valley of the End, two gods clashed, fire and wood, hate and hope. When the dust settled, Madara lay dead. His name became a curse, a warning. But Madara Uchiha had planned for everything. Madara did not die that day. Through forbidden jutsu, he survived, hidden in darkness, tethered between life and death. He discovered the tablet of the Uchiha, a text twisted by Black Zetsu, the will of Kaguya Otsutsuki herself. There Madara found his truth, that the world was cursed with endless conflict, and only illusion could bring peace. Thus, the Eye of the Moon was born, to cast a genjutsu on all humanity, forcing them into an eternal dream, a world without pain, a world without war, a world without freedom. Before his death, he entrusted his will to a child, Obito Uchiha. Madara's dream lived on as he became a myth, and the world forgot his name. Centuries passed, wars came and went, but when the fourth great ninja war began, the ghost of the Uchiha returned. Revived through Edo Tensei, Madara descended upon the battlefield like a storm. Entire armies fell before him. Meteorites rained from the sky. Even the five Kage, the strongest of their time, could not stand against him. In that moment, the world remembered why they once feared his name. Madara Uchiha, a single man, had become the embodiment of war itself. Through manipulation and power, Madara achieved what he had always desired. He awakened the true power of the Rinnegan. He became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And when the infinite Tsukuyomi was cast, the world slept under the light of the moon. Madara smiled, for he believed he had finally brought peace. But in truth, he had only become a pawn, a vessel for a god older than all ninjas. Kaguya Otsutsuki betrayed him, and he lay dying once more. He saw his dream crumble into dust. In his final moments, Hashirama was there. Two old warriors, enemies, brothers, their war had ended at last. Madara Uchiha died as he lived, chasing peace through power, a dreamer consumed by his own ideals. To some, he was an evil incarnate, to others, a visionary of his time. But beyond the legend lies something deeper, a man who saw the truth of human nature and could not bear it. He became the shadow that history needed to understand the cost of of peace. And though he is gone, his spirit lingers. In every battle, every ambition, every man who believes he can control fate. Madara Uchiha was never just a villain. He was a reflection of what happens when hope turns to obsession. In the end, he was right about one thing. The world is bound by conflict. But even in the darkest eyes, there is still a glimmer of light.